Hey everybody, happy Sunday. I'm Go Veer Go Home. Welcome to the Sunday Brunch Kit Builds. Every Sunday we show up here and we work on some kits. We do some weathering, do some graffiti, a little bit of everything. Today we've got a brand new kit that I'm going to be working on, and we'll show you that in a moment. I want to say hi to everybody in the chat, those who anticipated the live. Wigwag, you get the cookie today. I hope Chocolate Chip is okay. Eminem can't stick around, but he sends love. Hey, Derek and Ethan as well. How's it going, guys? All right, so today, well, we usually start at about noon, but not a big deal. Just means more time for building, I guess. So I picked up this kit, and I thought it was going to come in a much smaller box, but apparently this is a big kit. Yeah, so this is the Walthers coal conveyor with transfer house. Now, I had seen this when this was announced by Walthers, and I knew that I needed it. And it's partly because of, if I can bring my hand over here, here we go. This building here, mind you, I could probably scratch build it, but the elevators are also very important as well. So it comes with a bunch of elevators and then the transfer house. The transfer house itself is going to be for the paper mill. And then, of course, the conveyors go to and from the paper mill and whatnot. But yeah, so that's what I needed it for. It's not for coal. So I don't think like this big one here, which is the coal, like that's the coal would go into that and it would load whatever, the cars or a truck or something. I'm not going to be using that one. But we're going to see what exactly is inside here. And I'm going to build some of it because I need to get this paper mill done. I think the second half of it, it's long overdue. So I also have this here that I've been working on for my ethanol plant. It's a giant tank. It's already all painted white, and then I did the stairway there. But I do need to do some little details on it and then eventually add decals. So I might do a bit of painting on that as well. All right, so let's see what is in here. Yeah, I thought it would be a much smaller box for some reason. I don't know why I thought it would be a smaller box, but good morning, Ray. How's it going around the layout? Okay, so they give you cardboard. First time I've ever seen. Well, see, like this is the thing, right? Like it's such a small. It's almost half the box. Yet they give you such a big box. I know they've got their generic sizes as far as okay, well, you know this and this, but maybe they could have done it where it was like you know much smaller. Like don't waste all this cardboard, guys. Holy moly. Okay, well. There's the instructions. Okay, so this is the general look of how this would go. So we've got basically 4 conveyors, 2 that go underground or that go to the ground, and then we've got 2 that are upward more. But I guess it really depends on how you set it up for your layout. And these are general looking conveyors and conveyor base type constructions. But yeah, this is a big part of it here. This main thing, this main house here, transfer house. That's really what I wanted this kit for. Now, like I said, this is a brand new kit, so it was just recently released. You get lots of supports, and it's a very thick plastic. It seems like they're going a little bit thicker now with some of these. you can almost feel the difference. Like it feels like it's a sturdier, and even the ribs on the roof seem a little bit thicker than normal. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That must be the building itself, or at least two of the walls. That's really cool. And I do believe it gives you parts to fill in these as well, just in case you don't want to use all of them. Some of the parts fell off the sprue. Hey Bradley, how's it going? And Derek? That's really cool. This seems kind of bent, so hopefully that can be flattened out a bit, or at least when you square it up and you attach the other parts, it won't be all weird. Yeah, that's a big support there. Cool. All right. Well, let's start with a couple of the building pieces here. So I'm just going to throw some of these back in the box that I know I don't need right now. Just checking to see what's on them. So I know I'll need this one and this one and this one. We'll check on that one after. Cutters. So I'm just going to remove some of these pieces here. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Walther's kits. It's a really nice plastic that they use, because I've done a number of kits from different manufacturers, and I just find that Walther's are just like the easiest to work with, especially when it comes to doing custom builds as well, or kit bashing. It's very, very handy stuff. Cool. 22. Okay, that's not on there, so I don't need that. Here's the base. So this kit, I'll show you this is a brand new kit from Walther's Cornerstone. It's the conveyor with transfer house. This is what it looks like. One of many possible configurations, of course. And again, this is just one adaptation here, but you can always make it fit your layout how you need it to fit. And this just hit stores up in Canada this month. So this was actually announced the exact same time as the Chocolate Factory, if anybody is keeping score here. So if you're waiting for that Chocolate Factory, if this one's already out, then you know that one is almost here. And of course, if anybody else is working on a kit and you want to join in here, you're welcome to. Keep it train related. Out. These are very handy, by the way. There's the rail snips, which are perfect for cutting the track. Very, very handy tools, because there's a lot of parts like this where it makes it a cleaner cut. I could cut it with my knife, but you always end up leaving so much flash on there, and it's either more to clean off or it takes too much. So just be mindful of that. Oh, Bradley's working on the modern 2-stall engine house. Is that the one? That's the one that we did for the group build, right? It's a very nice kit. Mine's already on the layout, and I'd like to think it's in service where you can use it and stuff. Like trains can go in and out of there now, so that's good. Another good thing with these is that, and I gotta find the one that matches here. It's probably this one, but the corners of these go together so well. There's no, it doesn't bubble out or anything. It's a very straight line down there, and it matches up really well. So Walthers has improved quite a bit over the years with their tooling as far as when they make these kits, because I've had some in the past, some of their older tooling where they just don't quite line up. And I'm just cleaning off the very little bit here. I mean, I could use a file, but I just find it quicker with the flat edge of my knife. She's smooth. Hey, Glenn, how's it going? Jump on with the trackside mic impression. Mike will probably join us in a bit as well. It's Sunday, so you never know what people have going on. I, fortunately enough, don't have much going on, so I just build and whatnot. I've been working on the layout a lot lately, actually, and it's fun. That's what I can say about that. It's always fun working on the layout. Mostly just the top level, though, because I'm trying to get my industries in. So, and the top part of my layout is going to have my major industry, which is the ethanol plant. Very excited about that. Hey, Anthony, how's it going? It's Walthers. I'll do some modifications to only the one locomotive door, then on the right side, add 2 shop doors for heavy equipment. Neat. Did you see the Walthers announcement the other day where they were showing those industrial shelvings? Those would look really good on the inside along the wall, and then you put little things on the wall on the shelf. I know that they have them for their paper mill, or not paper mill, the lumber mill, sorry, which I'm probably going to get for my lumber mill as well. But I might get extra and then use them around the layout, for, just storage. Because a lot of industries, like I used to work at a chrome plating factory way back in the day. and they had those same metal shelves where we stored old anodes and whatnot for the chrome plating process. They were all on those industrial shelves. And then you walk through IKEA, and IKEA has those in the back. You know, you could build a whole IKEA, paint the shelves blue, and then put all these skids of boxes on there. Oh, Anthony, you were asking the other day if I had seen the chocolate tank cars. I do believe I've seen them, but I think I'm going to take a different approach. I do like them, but for myself, what I'm planning on doing is, instead of making it a chocolate factory, and I don't know if I'm giving away too much by saying this, but I mean, like, I tend to do things that are kind of different. So, for example, I've never, besides I forget who it is that does it. There's one other person that did it, but I didn't even know they did. I thought I was being unique, but that's me in a nutshell for you. So I've got a Beaver Lumber on my layout, which in Canada, I don't even know if it was in the US, but I grew up in mid 80s, early 90s, and Beaver Lumber was the equivalent to the Home Depot today, or Rona, old school version. And so I put a Beaver Lumber on my layout, just kind of representing that. So what I wanted to do something else kind of like that, but with the chocolate factory. So instead of doing a chocolate factory, I want to do a Chapman's ice cream, which is Canadian. Chapman's ice cream is Canadian. And that's kind of the route that I want to take, because I want to get some of the refrigerator cars, which I think are really nice. And Walthers has some that they announced that are coming out in, I want to say September. So I'm getting some of those, and then you need like sugar and some other, I don't know if they need cornstarch. I got to check the ingredients in ice cream. But yeah, I know that there's a couple of cars that I can get just for that industry. Unless I do it just chocolate. I'm not entirely sure yet, because I think when I was talking about it with Bubs, I talked about it just being a chocolate factory, but I think I might do it as an ice cream factory. So I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence, It happens. Oh, the glue? Yeah, this is what I use as far as like when you're doing plastic to plastic that's not painted. This is the Tamiya Extra Thin. So it has the light green. This is like the almost lime green lid. There's a darker green. And it basically melts the plastic together. And I did a couple of brush strokes, and it's like, you know what I mean? I could probably, if I pry it apart, it would come apart. But it's already, it's already dry. I love this stuff. I wouldn't use it painted to painted or painted to non-painted. For that, I use the Instacure. And this basically, the purple lid, it's a gap filler. And it's really good if you've got also painted to painted. And if there's a bit of a gap, what you can do is you put a bit of this in there, and then you spray over it, or you paint over it, and you won't even notice. You won't notice the little crack. So it's a good to correct things as well. I had to fix the bottom of this. They don't use real sugar anymore. You will need high fructose corn syrup card. Okay, yeah, corn syrup. Kind of thought that, but because I was looking at the whole process of chocolate making too, and how there's a fermentation process to it. So I'm like, okay, well that means I'll probably have to get more tanks for the whole fermentation process. So I don't know if I've settled on the. I got lots of time because the thing hasn't even arrived yet, so I'm not too concerned or stressed out about it. Yeah, this stuff is awesome. So I just go right along the seam there. Just make sure it's, as they say, snug as a bug in a rug, and it will. It's already, it's already dry. I do a lot of tack welding with this as well. And I say welding loosely because it's like, when you think of welding, you're like, oh, metal. But no, this will, you can put a little spot and then it'll hold it. For example, this top half isn't even, that's not even glued yet, but the bottom is. So as long as that's held in place, all I have to do is lock this in. The scale trains refrigerator cars are only coming in BNSF, which I won't run. I mean, they're nice and whatnot. And I like the fact that they're sound, but the ones that I want to get, which are more Canadianized, are the City Group, CITI, which is what Walthers. Well, Walthers has a whole bunch of different road names, but I want to get a couple of the City Group. Glenn remembers Beaver Lumber. Oh man, yeah. When I was a kid, right? It's like like I was born in '85. Don't do the math and figure out how old I am. But yeah, I used to go to Beaver Lumber all the time, and then every year they would do different coloring contests for the kids. So you get the sheet of paper, but you have to go into the store to get it, and then you take it home, and then you have to bring it back by whatever date, and then they pick the best one. And I'm proud to say that even as like as a kid, I was winning contests like that because I don't know, I've always been like that artsy kid, right? So if anybody else was hoping to win and lost out, my bad. But it happens. So I took down both sides of that, and I was really quick about it. Now I'm just holding it together, just waiting for it to dry. Oh yeah, that was Alexis. She's somewhere here. I thought she was napping. Oh, she's over on my chair. I don't know why she was calling me if she's over on the chair. Oh well. I need to find some 40-foot smooth side refrigerated cars. Yeah, I like the refrigerated cars because they're like that blank white canvas, and they're honestly perfect for doing graffiti down the side. But do you want to keep them clean? Do you want to weather them? Everybody has a different outlook on how they perceive their layout and what they run and whatnot. I used to be very, and this is for those who are somewhat new to the channel, because I used to be super against weathering my stuff, making it dirty, spending, $50 on a rail car, or $300 plus on a locomotive, and then making it look like it's $20. You know what I mean? Because you're dirtying it and whatnot. But that has definitely changed over the years, because I do have more of an appreciation now for stuff like that, and how much better you can make it look when you weather it and whatnot. So there you go. That's the basic construction there. Obviously, besides the lid, or the roof, I should say. I'll show you with the roof on here. So there's supposed to be 2 pieces, number 6 times 2. Where is number 6 times 2? They look like little triangles. It's probably these 2. Number 6. There we go. Now, the only thing you got to be careful with these snips is railings. I think that with the railings, as long as you've got a sharp knife, you should be okay. Because when these cut, you're still kind of pushing away the piece or the plastic, and you run the risk of either breaking or bending the railing. So you can still do a really good job cutting with a knife, but for bigger pieces, these are really helpful, I think. This is the cornerstone conveyor with transfer house. So that's the overall construction there, for those of you who are just joining. Whoop, there we go. So that's what it looks like. And, you just make it to fit your layout, basically. Now, this is something that someone could very easily scratch build. And I'm pretty sure out there someone has. But anytime where I can avoid having to go through the pain and aggravation of doing all that measuring and cutting styrene and whatnot, and do all that, then I definitely will. Because originally I was going to have just a conveyor, and I was thinking about getting just the conveyor kit, because there's like this part. So these things here, these are conveyors, and there's a set that you can get that comes with a couple of these, and you can make them whatever length you want. So basically, you can get that. and I was going to have it coming out of the building and then going to the edge of the layout. And then I'm like, no, because that's too far and whatnot. And plus, I wanted some that would go like underground, basically, or to make it look like it's going underground. And then when I saw this kit, I was like, oh, yeah, that's what I need right there. I knew right away. Sometimes you know, right? When you know, you know. And I'm like, I know how I can incorporate that. You actually see a lot of these. Like I've done some Googling where you look at like a bird's eye view of a paper mill or a pulp and paper mill. And you see a lot of these transfer houses. In some cases, there's more. There's like, 4 or 5 because they got to get all the product all around. And so it's a big footprint that they're going off of. But why is it like that? There we go. So that's basically, I know it's not held down right now, but here we go. Hey plumber, how's it going? So that's the main side of it there. Let's take this little. So now I want to make some of the elevators and the little underground parts. Now like with this here, that you can use to fill in some of these holes. So let's say, for example, if you'd rather use this one than that one, just put that in there, and then you can just use that one. It's easier that way. Also adds a bit of, maybe at one point they did use that, but now they don't. So tells a story, right? Now there was also little windows for it too, right on the front there. There's the 3. So these are the 3 windows here, and I think I'm going to pop them out and put them aside because whenever I do something like this, I always paint window frames separately. I paint them separately, and then after that's painted and put together, then I glue these in. Well, they're both the exact same piece. They're labeled as number 6. I think it was number 6. Yeah, they're both number 6, so they're both the exact same piece. So what I should have done was I should have glued it to here and then put the roof piece on like that. But yeah, I glued it to the roof piece instead because when I need to be able to get in here so that I can, glue the window in. So I didn't want really anything on top there. But yeah. Yeah, there's been a lot of crazy storms lately. I'm not sure why. We had another tornado warning like a couple of days ago, more crazy rain. Power outage. Yeah, it's been nuts lately, weather-wise anyways. I want to build those little things first. So there's the head house and conveyor base and that would go to the ground. I think that I will build a conveyor base. And it looks like both of these are the exact same. So they give you enough parts to do 2 of these. Yeah, the weather hasn't made too much sense lately with the way that it's been. I don't think that there's been that many tornado warnings. Because at first it was like, I think it was about 5 o'clock. It's all like, you get the warning that's saying, oh, severe storm or weather, take shelter. And it's like, okay. You look outside and it's like, yeah, it's totally fine. Then within 2 hours, it's like tornado warning. Look outside; it's like a little bit darker. I'm like still waiting for that storm, and then then just like the rain hits. But I didn't see no tornado. So last time there was a tornado warning, it was just me and the kids at home. So we were all down here in the train area, just working on stuff. They were on their little laptops doing whatever it is that kids do. And I was working on a kit. That was a productive day. Oh, it's Wigwag's birthday. Happy birthday, Wigwag. Are you 1? Are you 2? Are you no, that'll be a while. So I'm pretty sure this goes like this. And these go like this. Problem with this is, do I paint the whole thing concrete? I think I do. And I'd probably be okay with that. I'll probably do like a black primer and then do a concrete color. Hey, Randall, how's it going? Is Randall trackside today? hope all is good, Randall. You never know when someone says that they're at the hospital what the circumstances are. 10. Where's number 10? I keep putting this stuff away, but I'm like, no, not done yet. Number 10. And number 10. Okay, so I need these two. Did I see the new Atlas covered hoppers? They look as great as scale trains. As always, I feel like I probably did, but unless it's something that I'm like, I need that, then I don't really look too much into it. You know what I mean? For example, I saw this kit and then I'm like, I need that. So then, you keep an eye on it and, is it in yet? Is it in yet? But for those of you who are Canadian modelers, if you're interested to know, the Bachmann Via Rail Charger. Now, they were on Facebook the other day posting. Bachmann was posting stuff, and I'm like, hey, when's the charger coming in, the Via Rail one? Because they said originally it was slated for July, so technically it should be in store right now, as per their original, what they had originally quoted. And they came back and they said late fall. So for those of you who are waiting for one of those, late fall. So it's like what, October, November-ish? So be ready for that. Also, you Athearn guys who are really excited for the P42, they recently showed some tooling samples that are painted and tooled. Well, obviously they're tooled if they're painted, but of the P42. So they have some Amtrak ones, and then they have some Via Rail ones as well that are going to be showing up. I want to say, well, if they're showing a painted sample, usually that means that they've already got the okay to go ahead with the production of it, or they're signing off, whatever, so that they can start the production. So I imagine within the next 4 months or so, those should be here. Mind you, that's just, me speculating. Now, for those of you who are following the RPM meet that's going down right now, where is it? St. Louis? St. Louis RPM. Our good friends from Otter Valley are out there right now. And I've been working on some posters for them, and I can show you this poster because they shared it, so that means it's okay for me to share. But they did a soft announcement for the 89-foot automotive chassis flat car, the NSC ingot bulkhead flat car, and the NSC 3-car well car. That's the articulated car set. Now, they have not been announced yet, but this was a very soft announcement to let you know that these will be produced at some point in the near future. So you want to make sure that you watch for the actual announcement for when that goes live. And then, of course, you'll be able to pre-order, and they'll have a pre-order price and all that, and the numbers to which you can choose from, and how many cars and whatnot. But you know that if Otter Valley is doing it, they're going to give you a good selection. When they did their 6400s and the 6000s are on their way, for just the 6400, sorry, there was about 128 individual numbers spanning across all the road names for you to choose from. That's a lot of cars to choose from. So you know that when that goes down, they're going to give you a fair amount of cars to choose from as well for that. And that'll go on the floor. And then you'll have the conveyor come down to it. That's pretty cool. It's a neat little piece. I may be looking for work elsewhere too, ever since BNSF got rid of the long pool cruise and started deadhead cruise on trains. Yeah, that what was it? Southern Pacific. Was it SP? That dome car is. I think it was Southern Pacific. I might be wrong. All I knew is that they didn't do it in VIA, so I'm like, meh. Need some super domes. Were you guys shocked that they canceled the N scale? What are they called? Super Continental coach cars. So anybody who did want those coach cars in N scale will now no longer have that option. It's kind of sad, but that's the whole pre-order game, right? Like if you don't get in your pre-orders for cars, then they don't know who's interested or how many they would actually sell. So if they're not going to sell that many, then they probably won't do it. I noticed a lot of companies now are doing the conditional pre-orders. So it's like you have to pre-order. There's no ands, ifs, or buts. You have to pre-order stuff now. Otherwise, you're not going to have it made. It has its good side and it has its bad side. I know that, especially with the way the economy is, things change on a weekly basis, monthly basis. Like I pre-order something now, comes in from a year from now, but maybe my financial situation a year from now is completely different, and I can't get, let's say, 2 locomotives. I can only get one of the ones that I pre-ordered. But it happens, right? What is enough? Oh, that's why, because that's in too far. There we go. Yeah, Athern. Oh, which ones was it that Athern canceled? Um, I can't remember. If you remember which ones they canceled, throw it up in the chat there. I don't remember specifically what it was, but I know that it wasn't something that I needed, so I didn't really. Again, it's one of those things where I didn't really pay attention. I remember the Rapido one only for the fact that I'm like, really, nobody wants those, because it's like if they were doing more of the Super Continental cars in HO scale, they would do really well. It's been like 7 years since Rapido did a run of those. Problem is that they would have to retool them for sure, just to keep up with the standards of today. Yeah, Bradley, it happens. It really does happen, and it sucks to say the least. Like I complain about my job like all the time. I was complaining to my wife this morning when I was taking her to work. Well, it felt like we were both complaining. I wish I could do this full time, where I just okay, so I'm building kits, and it's enough to cover for a 9 to 5. I've even had people in the past say, "Whoa, I bet you make a lot of money doing that." No, I usually end up spending more money than I make. So, it's definitely no 9 to 5 doing this. Although it would be like amazing to be able to do something like this, like 9 to 5, run trains, work on trains, build kits, talk about trains, all that good stuff. Yeah, there was quite a few things that have been canceled, even things that you had no idea that were supposed to be coming out, or that they had secretly, quote unquote, announced, that just never made it to the factory. And I know Athern's really bad for that. And we've talked about it in the past, where certain things get announced or leaked to produce a model. And it's happened in the past, and it's happened recently. It's just like, why go through all that effort of doing all the renderings and picking out what road numbers and all this that you're going to do and all that, but you haven't even gotten permission to be able to do that. So it's weird. It seems like a big waste of money. Time and money, to be honest with you. But I'm not these companies. I don't concern myself with that stuff. I'm more or less just the consumer of the products. New train day. Gosh, I haven't had new train day in a while. I need new train day. I'm hoping that in September, when I go down to Otter Valley, that I'm able to get a couple of new things, new rolling stocks and new loco, maybe. I want to get one of those M420s. I already have one from the first run, and I was so happy with it. Great puller, even has one locomotive. So I'm like, well, if one does that good, two must fly, right? So I still got to get another one. But it's tough because I think that there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out all at once, and I know it's going to start in September, October, November. maybe even right through to January, depending on actual delivery schedules. You go like 3, 4, in some cases 5 months without anything major coming out, and then it all comes out at the same time, and you're like, now I have to pick and choose. I guess, but it's kind of like if I got a 3D printer and I started 3D printing stuff and selling it, not only would I be like going against Mini Prints and Brian from the Iron Horse route and whatnot, I'd be competing with every other guy with a 3D printer. And like, if there's already things like that out there that offer these things, and a lot of them are my friends too, I would never step on toes or whatever for whatever just for financial gain. To me, I'd sooner support my friends and what they do than try to take over that and do it for myself, or to try to gain financial whatever off of it. And the same thing goes with the weathering and graffiti. Like Tim from They Make It Like That, who is a friend of mine, he does a lot of graffiti and a lot of weathering. My confidence with stuff like that, like I do it for myself and I do it for fun, but I don't think anybody would ever pay me to do that for them. So with Tim, it's like if you want something done like that, talk to Tim and he will hook you up. He's got the confidence that I do not, unfortunately, but I like making videos. I like making content and sharing the things that I love about the hobby and whatnot. And to me, that feels like it's enough. Or that it should be enough. I like reviewing stuff. I like sharing my opinion on what I think of products. If it's good, if it's a good product. That's why I kind of changed how I do things as far as with my Patreon and whatnot, because I do have a Patreon. You can always check the link in the description. And I've got 2 versions of support for the channel, and the one is basically you'll see a lot of these guys like Wigwag there who have the little symbol beside their name, and it's because they're supporters of the channel. They support what I do, and I appreciate them, and that's through YouTube. But then there's also the Patreon, where I went in and I fixed it up. And I want to do a lot more of the giving back as well, right? So, for those who support me, doing a lot more like, hoodies and T-shirts and stickers, more stickers that are exclusive just for those guys who support me in the way that they do. So it's something to help. And there's a lot of guys who will say, well, like Anthony's like, well, have you seen this? Have you purchased this? Or do you know if this is good? And a lot of people ask me about that stuff. That's why Mark often jokes and says, oh, Chris is an influencer. And I'm like, I don't like that word. Same thing with blogging. I don't like blogger. I don't like that term. I don't know, it feels weird. Because I'm first and foremost a model railroader over a YouTuber. I'm a model railroader that's on YouTube, not a YouTuber that just happens to model railroad. So, and I try to make that distinction quite often. Like, don't get me confused. This is what I do. But yeah, doing stuff like when there's support and there's donations and stuff like that, I always appreciate it, but I put it into things like doing reviews and testing out new products and whatnot that people are curious about. What do you think of this? Does this work and whatnot? Or how good is this? And I try to share that with you guys as much as humanly possible. Hey, Mike, how's it going? Keep it on the tracks. Now, some of the stuff that I'm building here now, I'm not going to put all of it together because I need to figure out how it's all going to fit on the main part of the layout. So, yeah, I don't have to take it apart after if I don't have to, if that makes sense. So I'm going to put some of these pieces aside here. I don't even know if I'm going to use this. This, where is this? Where'd you go? It doesn't even tell you in here where that's supposed to go. Oh, here it is. With number 49, which I'm pretty sure was this one. Yeah. So basically that goes there, and then there's supposed to be a little thing on top, and that holds the conveyor so that it's not loosely dangling. I'll put that there. There we go. Okay, I think with the rest of these, so the conveyor belts, I need to figure out what goes where first. Conveyor C, which goes down to the ground. So I think I could probably do that one at least, just so I built a conveyor, more or less. So you would need 29. There's 29. There's 20. There's that one. Yeah, a lot of these too, right? Like if you've got a lot of pieces that are very similar, probably best to keep them in the sprues, where it's like, you have a piece like this. Well, there was two of them. They obviously go together, and there's only one of them. So I can cut that out and then put it together, and then, when I need it, it's already there, and I can paint it all as one, because that's going to be all one color. So not too worried about that. So I need 27, 28, 29, no, 26, 27, 28, 29. 26, 27. These are 30. I'm going to find the correct ones. 16, 21. 21? Is 21 a thing? No, 21 is not a thing. 20. Okay, so it's not those. 26, 27, 28. So I need these. So that's 26, 27, 28. Was 29 on here? No, I don't think so. That's only it's only 3 pieces, so that's 29. Oh, it's this one right here. Okay, 29. Yeah, that means I don't need these. So, see how these are all, it's the very thin plastic. So I just cut it real close here. I could even probably do one side of it completely. Then I'll shave it once it's off of there. And then snip, 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 snip. That was all I needed off of there. So this kit's pretty interesting as far as how I'm going to add it to layout. I'm sure you guys will see all about that a little bit later. And I got to fix all that land that's in that area, but I did manage to pick up some more. I don't know what you'd call it. It's just like that mud, the for when you do a wall, the plaster. It's just wall plaster. I got a bucket of it, and that's how I do some of my land formations or filling in the ground. It's like $12 for a tub. And it goes, a fair way. I feel like I have so much to do before Mike and James come out here in September. Trying to get as much of it done between now and then as possible, because I know that they're going to want to run trains and whatnot. And yeah, pressure's on, right? But I'm motivated. I am definitely motivated. Hey, Train Man, how's it going? pretty sure this goes here. Unless it goes here. You know what? It doesn't really show you. So I'm just going to do this. Because that's the underside of it anyways. No, that seems wrong. I'm going to do it like this. And then if that's wrong, then it's wrong. In scale dystopia, how's it going? John, how's it going, John? Dwight Curley. So we are building currently the, and I'll show you guys because you guys just showed up. This is the Walther's Cornerstone, new in stock, conveyors with transfer house. Not much to the kit, got to be honest, but I do like that it allows you to make it fit your layout. So because there's nothing worse than seeing a kit that you really want, and then you look at the footprint online and you're like, that'll never fit my layout. Where am I supposed to put that? It's the steel mill all over again. It's cool. Cool beans. I like this. Want to hear the dumbest thing? Big reason why I like this is because it goes over the track. Like if you put it in here and then the train goes underneath, just like the real thing. And it's like, that's so dumb, but I think it looks so cool. It's the whole thing, because every layout should have like a tunnel, and a bridge, whether you're going under the bridge or over the bridge, That's just me though. But yeah, it sounds really dumb, but I think it's like the coolest thing to have that going over the tracks like that. Oh, we have a guest. Just going for it to load there because it doesn't look like it's loaded yet. There we go. All the way from Southern Ontario. We got Trackside Mountain Lake. Yep.
Just made it home.
I was going to say you're a little tardy to the party.
Yeah. That's not like me.
All good. What you got there?
This is ITLA scale models. It's a wood kit.
Yep.
I'm gonna build
Oh,
this
neat. What is the name of that kit?
one. This kit is the good question. Build one kit into dozens of kits possible. Uh, trying to see where it says what it is. Break right out of the package. Never even had it open.
Yeah, in scale dystopia. We were just well, collectively we were just talking about that, but yeah, it's a shame when things like that, like when people don't put in their pre-orders and whatnot, and then something like that gets canceled. It's kind of nuts.
But they canceled the passenger cars.
Yeah, those N scale via cars.
Well, that's a bummer.
Yeah, there's been quite a few lately that have gotten canceled. Anthony was talking about something by Athearn that was also canceled this past week. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, it's happening more and more now that money is becoming tight for most. It's like they only want to make what's going to sell, and they're only going to sell if they can guarantee that sell. Otherwise, it's just sitting in the back room of the warehouse, right?
I've never done one of these wood kit builds before.
You've never done a wood kit?
No. Should be interesting.
The only wood kit I did was the ITLA, but it's a deck, so it's very small.
I guess it's pretty easy to weather too, so that's nice. You can just go over it with chalk or a wash, eh?
Yeah, I think that the wash would absorb really well into it.
Yeah, thanks, Big Way. I'll need all the luck I can get. Looks pretty neat though, as long as I don't lose parts. Take a few minutes and read over the instructions. Who needs instructions? You're going to need a number 11 blade, some wood glue, clamps, craft paints, a brush, spray sealer, and follow the manufacturer's instruction.
Does that mean that you would only specifically use a number 11 blade?
Uh, I'm sure it's up to the hobbyist.
I'd think so too, but it's weird how they put in that recommendation.
Derek says break out the table saw.
Uh-oh.
What about a jewelry saw? That'll work, won't it?
one more piece to this that I need to add. Too short. Probably this one here. Just right.
Spare parts.
So we're over on James's channel tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, we're on James' channel tomorrow night.
Have you been getting a lot done with the layout recently?
Not a whole lot since last Monday. Not as much as I'd like to, but that's today's job. Get more done.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Apply the wash and paint before assembly. That's probably a good idea there, Wigwag. There's quite a few parts and detail parts in this wood kit. I'll tell you that.
Bracing is key on wood kits to prevent warpage. Now, do you have those magnets for
Yeah, I do.
to square up things? Yeah, because I think that those would really help in a case like
Definitely.
this.
Most definitely. But yeah, there's a lot of cool detail parts in this. You got the window seals. Picture frames. One, two, three blocks. Yeah, I got some of those. Get those off Amazon.
Are they literally called 1, 2, 3 blocks?
Yeah. You just look them up on
Okay.
Amazon. 1, 2, 3 blocks. They work good. I use them for, once you put your track down, weighing your track and stuff, building kits.
I got to check this out now.
Yeah. Trying to see where they all went. Oh, I got them right in front of me. 1, 2, 3 blocks. Good chunk of weight, right? Good for weighting stuff down.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think they're. Did you look it up? Are they like $19?
Yeah. The ones I'm seeing here, the Amazon's Choice, where you get 3x2 by 1 inch steel, and it's a 2-pack. It's $24.
Yeah.
But there's some here that come with like a carrying case and $140. Oof.
Yeah, stick with the $23
Yeah, that
ones.
would probably be the best one. Whoops.
Yeah, those are it.
Nice. Ooh, there's ones that come with clamps as well. I mean, I don't know if you need the clamps, but that like basically makes it $50 if you get the one with the clamps.
Really?
Yeah.
That might be alright
Man,
too.
get the solid ones. I have zero preference.
Huh.
Yeah, it would
I've
make
never
sense
seen
to
a
get the
one.
solid.
What's the difference, Wig Wag?
More holes, I'm assuming, but
Or more weight? Yeah, look at that.
yeah, that's not bad at all.
Now, mind you, it's not glued or anything, but you can kind of do like you don't have a big space.
Yeah.
Half a building.
Now, do you know where that's going to go, or are you just building it to build it?
I was hoping along the outer edge of the double track main line, along the wall. Kind of a little town scene.
Oh, okay.
That's why I originally bought them for. Always brace it, Wig Wag says. Even has a garage door somewhere. Paint and wash before assembly. Well, I can do that there, Wig Wag. That's not a problem. Just kind of seeing how I want it actually sitting on the layout. And that's only, where's my ruler?
So you can kind of set the building up how you want it to be, right?
Yeah. You don't have to build it exactly like the kit shown. There's 2 or 3 different ways you can build this kit, which is nice.
It's nice that they give you the option. No two layouts are the exact same. So.
That's only going to take up like 1.5 inches space in depth.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No. Let me get some wash. We're switching over to wash.
Wonder how many of these covers they give you. Don't think they give you many, which is unfortunate. These are all elevators. Elevators. I guess I'll just get the one cover. Let's go.
Yeah, it is, Anthony. That's exactly what the kit is. ITLA. Just going like a tan brown for the brick. Give it a little wash. So you're working on half the elevator?
Well, I've got I got this much done so far, but I think I'm gonna do another two because I generally know how it's gonna go, so
Right.
I should be okay. And then I just gotta cover up one hole so that nothing comes out this way, unless I still do that regardless. I'm not completely sure yet. I'm just kind of playing around with it a little bit to see what would work. Because I could have two small ones coming out this way. And then what's on this side? One. And then...
Actually, I kind of like that color.
Yeah, that's a nice brick color.
Brownish red. Glad we listened to Wigwag,
What he knows is wood kits, right?
Well, yeah. I've never done one, so that's I'm like, yeah. I got two more, so yeah, this one turns out.
Uh, 18 and 18. Okay, so it's these two.
Yeah, these guys are going to be at the pop-up event in September.
Yeah, it's what is his name? Nick, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep. Good guy. Husband and
Oh
wife.
yeah. When I did my virtual train show a few years back, he was one of the presenters. It was nice speaking with him and working with him through everything, and he was nice enough to be one of the presenters, which was really cool. 15, 14, 15, 16, 17. Sorry, I'm just counting out loud here. 14,
I do the same
15.
thing. That way you don't miss a. Yeah, so that's going to be pretty neat. Those guys being up there.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, I mean, get to
yeah.
meet him in person, so that'll be cool.
I met him at the first pop-up event.
Yeah.
2020. And then he was on a modeler's life. I guess he built a pretty big skyscraper or something for Rod Stewart too, eh?
Yeah, I think when Rod Stewart did his last concert in Toronto there, they were hanging out or whatever.
That'd be something, eh? I guess he's got quite the layout.
Rod?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like an article in Model Railroad magazine about how when he goes on tour, he gets a second hotel room that he just builds kits in.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Yeah.
you're going to say that he puts up a layout so he can run trains.
No, he just has his own like a one living quarter and then one hobby quarter, which is really cool.
Wow, what a difference that makes.
Yeah, that looks awesome. That's a really nice color.
Good call, Wigwag. Good call.
That honestly sounds like because we used to have a trailer, and I'm not much of a camper. I got to be honest with you, but the odd time my wife would go out to the campsite with my kids because I had to work, and the times that I could go, I'm just like I can't just sit there and twiddle my thumbs. So I would take a kit. And I'd be working on this thing while everyone's like enjoying the sunlight and all that stuff, and I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, can you take a break for like 5 seconds and enjoy the outdoors? I'm like, I am outdoors. I was literally doing this where I'm like trimming, the flash off pieces, sitting by the campfire.
Nice. That's where I just come back from. Campground.
Oh yeah, 'tis the season.
Yeah. Yeah, she wanted a scenery break, so took her out there, stuck in the house there for a week. Well, she's stuck in the house all the time because she works from home, but
Some people are okay with it, and some people aren't. That's
yeah.
one of those questions my clients always ask me because they're like, do you still work from home? And I say, yeah. And they're like, do you like it? I'm like, absolutely.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. But everybody has their own preference, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yours you can't really do from home, or could you? Probably
I
not.
can't.
But I get more time with my kids because they're still young. So I get more time with the kids and my animals, and then my layout is like always 10 feet away. So
Yeah, see, that's where I'd have a problem. I'd end up doing more work on the layout than working.
that's not a problem
Oh,
until it
no.
becomes a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah. It's a good thing, but in the same sense, you're like, I'm not getting much work done today.
No. But you know what though, like with the way it is sometimes, right? You need to step away from the layout to kind of, think things over with how it's gonna go or the direction and whatnot. So
Yeah, I agree.
being able to go back to work, quote unquote, even though you should be working in the first place. It's like, it's good to have that break, but it being not too far away too, just in case.
Mike H.O. Trains, how's it going?
Hey, Mike. I'm still working remote for now, but they are saying back to office in December.
Oh, yeah, Wigwag? Gotta go back in, eh? Gotta go back to the office too there in scale dystopia. I suppose a lot of people like it working from home.
Even when I did work at the office, which was for, I don't know, 6 years or so, it's like I never really like I'm the kind of person that goes to go to work and then I do my job and then I come home. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I never really feel like I'm there to socialize, and I've seen so many people come and go over the last. It's going to be 11 years in October, but yeah, I've seen so many people come and go that it's like you never really stay friends with people for very long. So I don't bother.
always change, right?
Yep.
Suppose once you let this dry too, you can put chalk on it. Give that a little wash effect. I do have a lot of pastels I could use. Different colored pastels.
They tried to do a once a month thing through my work to go into the office, but it doesn't make any sense. Like personally, anyway. They did it one time though, and it was like such a headache.
Just going in once a month.
Yeah.
Kind of would be a pain there, right? Unless you knew what day it was.
Yeah, because you'd be booking your cubicle like couple within a week or two of needing to go, and it's strictly just for team building. But my job doesn't involve me being on a team because I do all my own work, so it's really pointless. It's quite the conveyor belt.
Hoping to finish up the turntable wiring today.
Oh, good.
Then I can start putting more track inside the engine shop. Kind of a plan. I guess probably every company calls it that, Wigwag. Team building.
Yeah.
Now it says wood glue. What about Gorilla Wood glue? That should hold.
That stuff dries fast too.
Yeah.
And then 21 and 21. I can only assume that all these ones that are the same length are all 21s.
So that's Walther's kit.
Yep, brand new. Just
Got her in the mail.
came out not too long ago. I was mentioning earlier that this particular kit was announced at the exact same time at Chocolate Factory. So that makes me believe that the Chocolate Factory is not too far behind.
Ooh. And I did see the chocolate cars, chocolate factory cars. They look pretty good.
Yeah, the ones that Anthony was talking about the other day.
Yeah. So maybe somebody's picking those up on the way home. Because the RPM meets this weekend in St. Louis.
Yeah. I don't know if he's doing a drive by the postal area.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Did you see that picture where he was Lauren was on Ken Patterson's show?
Oh, was it? He was on the dude show?
The What's Neat this week?
Yeah. That comes out tomorrow.
Is that tomorrow?
Yeah, usually I get notification in the morning before I go to work. That'd be alright.
Yeah.
I think Bernard was going over there too or something.
Yeah, I believe it was Bernard that had posted the picture of him sitting there.
Ah.
Saw it on the Facebook.
Okay.
Hey, Wigwag, that's what I should call the next time we do a group build. I'm going to call it team building. The kind of team building that you can enjoy.
That'd be all right. That's what this hobby is, team building.
Yeah. Tell you, I have no idea what I'm more excited for: the barbecue, the open house, or Springfield.
All the above.
Yeah, is there an all of the above option?
Yeah.
It's fun
That
because I
should
don't
be
get
fun.
out much.
No?
It'll be no, no, it's just stuck in my bat cave all year long until something neat like that happens.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be something that you don't want to miss for sure. It's going to be a huge hoot. I got to grab my tweezers. And before you know it, then Christmas shows will be upon us. No, I'm saying that word. I shouldn't say that word. Christmas. Long ways
Christmas?
away. Yeah.
Eh, there's worse
Long
words.
way. Long ways away yet. Then you know it. And then Springfield will be here.
Yup. The only thing that would kind of ruin that is if there was a bad snowstorm. But
Yeah, I hope not.
it's that unpredictable weather. So I don't even think you guys had snow when you went last time, right?
No, we got it when we hit the other side of Buffalo, but it didn't last long.
Yeah. I remember something about Bernard's car. The front of his car was covered in ice or something.
Yeah, same thing. That was just as soon as you got the other side of Buffalo. And then I think he ran out of it in Albany, New York.
No.
Yeah, you got that right there. Yeah, because you could get nasty stuff coming from where you're at too, right?
Oh, I bring it with me.
All right, well, I'm heading down before you get there.
Ah, well, I'd be going on the Friday. So when would you be going?
That'd be the Friday.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, unless I left Thursday night.
Yeah, no, I have like no rush to get down there on the Friday because nothing happens until Saturday, except for the Olive Garden. I gotta do up the Olive Garden. You know,
Oh yeah,
we don't have those anymore. So
we were at this. I can't even remember what it's called. Some steakhouse.
Steakhouse.
Yeah, it was good. Never had a bad steak there.
I'm
Now
going
you
for the
stay in
stickers.
Eh?
I'm going for the stickers. Find as many stickers as possible.
Are you staying in Mass or are you staying? I think we stayed in Connecticut the last time.
Oh, really? I found a hotel that's like 10 minutes away from the venue and 7 minutes away from Olive Garden. So,
Oh, so you could walk if you had to.
I mean, I wouldn't, but yeah. They're going to have to wheel me out of there after I'm done anyways. So,
Stick a fork in me, I'm done.
yep. I'm going for the breadsticks.
Oh, yeah.
But it should be a
See,
good
Brandon?
time.
Oh, yeah. It'd be a hoot.
See, I gotta check with Heath because last year he did a YouTuber meet and greet. Like he set something up there. So if he's not going this year, then I'll probably set something up and rally the troops, as they say. But if he is going, then hopefully he does another one.
Yeah, I'm sure he could be there.
Well, yeah, he's in New York, right? So that's like a hop, skip, and a jump for him, right?
Yeah, he takes the train out.
Lucky. Wish I could take the train in.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, well.
Then he gets out his Athearn Blue box with the microphone in it. Does all the lives.
Yep.
Yeah, it was awesome. I just never got to go over there. It's kind of busy at the booth.
It happens. When Lauren puts you to work, he puts you to work, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's quite the show. If you've never seen it, you'd be impressed.
Well, I was watching a lot of the clips from last year, and I was like, oh, man, I regretted not going so bad. And I'm like, okay, next year. And I've been wanting to go to this, the one in Calgary, right? Yeah.
Oh, the Super Train or whatever. I think that's what it's called. Super Train.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's called Super Train. And I mean that's a bit farther, obviously, because you have to take a plane. I mean, you could drive, but it's like, forget that.
Yeah, that'd be a few days driving. 3 exact.
Compared to like 3 hours on a plane.
Yeah. What a difference, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think James is talking about doing some high voltage tomorrow night.
Yeah, he was mentioning that in the chat there that he wants to talk electrical with everybody.
Yeah, I said, well, be careful of that. Amps are
James
amps.
is James is always doing something shocking, anyways. So I'm not
Yeah,
surprised.
you might have two of that and two of that. Yeah, he wants to talk about a good place to get feeder wire, bus wire, I believe. So it should be a good show.
Yeah.
2 weeks, we'll see
Um,
sawdust fly as he starts building.
well, Derek, the Olive Garden and the actual venue are in different directions. So it's like you go one way to the Olive Garden, and then you have to come back to the hotel, and then go in the opposite direction, 10 minutes. But it's like centralized, and it's a fair price. It's a very fair price. So even when converting it to Canadian.
Yeah, I think last year I took 800 US, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
It still came home with money.
It's like you kind of want to get something like as a souvenir, but at the same time you're like, man, I could just get this cheap red Otter Valley, and it's like, do I still do it? And you're like, so then you're wrestling with the idea for like a good 30 minutes or so. You're like, I'll come
Yeah,
back. I'll come back.
like I found scenery stuff was, that was a good place to get it because they had it in bulk.
I'd be real worried about trying to make it back over the border with like fake trees.
I brought a bag of static grass back.
Did they say anything? Was there a
No,
kerfuffle? No.
no, they
Oh,
just
okay,
said,
good.
how much to declare? 600. Okay. How long are you over? Blah blah blah. Okay. Have a great day.
So when you do that, when you're declaring something, because keeping in mind, I never go over the border. So what exactly are they looking for? Like if you've purchased something and then you have to pay tax on it or something?
Yeah, like duty on so much overage rate. You're allowed up to so much a day.
Yeah. So if I go to the show and let's say I buy a train, I have to tell them that I purchased this train. This is how much it was.
Yeah.
Do you have to show them the receipt?
If they ask for it, I keep all the receipts
Yeah.
just in case.
Yeah.
And then talked to Dave the other day. Yesterday, we were texting each other. Thurber, Crooked River and Eastern.
It was the yeah Crooked River.
Yeah. Got his passport all set, so he's coming up for
Did
the pop up.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's going to be a good time.
I thought I was gonna have to wait until January to meet him because he was at the Springfield show last time, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was. Brought me that hopper car with his logo on it. Got a couple stickers from him. Got to meet him and his wife down there. Very nice people.
It's always a breath of fresh air when you meet someone that you see on TV or on YouTube and they're the exact same person in real life, and you're like, that is, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's not a show.
100%.
That could be a shocking show. Well, you never know, Derek. Between Mike putting a hole in the wall and James with his electrical, there's bound to be something.
Yeah.
Which is mostly why I won't put a hole in the wall, because I know I'll end up ruining electrical. So
Oh,
then I
no,
want
I'll show you how to do that when I come over in September.
to. Oh yeah, you bring the dynamite, right?
Yeah. That's the easy part.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure. No, well, that might be the easy part. It's convincing my wife otherwise. That's the tough part.
Well, I'll bring the hole cutter over and the long drill bit and the electrical apparatus that lets you know if there's any wires behind there.
Oh, neat. What are they called? I think it's well, I know that there's stud finders, but that's different.
Yeah.
So it's an electrical thingy that tells you.
Oh, it tells me if I got power back behind there or not before I start cutting.
Neat.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks all right, eh?
Yeah, it looks good. I like that. And it didn't take you long either.
No.
Do you find that it dries quicker? Like the wood will dry quicker with that paint?
Yeah, it absorbs it pretty fast. I'm glad that Wigwag said do the what do you say? Wet painting first or
Yeah, the wash. It's almost like a wash.
Yeah, stuck for words there. Do the wash first, then use the glue. So yeah.
He's saying you're Canadian and you're not using weld bond wood glue.
Weld bond wood glue. No, I use
I don't know.
What's the other stuff?
Gorilla?
Well, I got Gorilla and then I got LePage.
Yep.
That's Canadian, isn't it?
Probably. I have no idea. I use the LePage as well.
Yeah.
But mostly for like cork, like putting cork down to wood or, other cork related activities. Well, it's after 2 now. I know you were a little late to the party there, but I hope you still got lots done there.
Oh yeah. Now I got to keep going for next week.
That's true. I will probably have more to do on something. But yeah, I've got kits to do. So unless I order something before then, I doubt it. But I know that this is mostly done. I just gotta make sure that everything fits where I need it to go, and then I gotta paint it. That'll be fun. And then I'm sure I've got another kit or something somewhere that I can do for next week. So always something to do. Never a dull moment. Well, I hope you have a great week, and we'll be over on James's channel tomorrow night. And then, do you know who is live Wednesday night for the Wednesday crew?
Thomas last week, I believe. Maybe the plumber, or is it Daryl?
It's either plumber
or Daryl.
But make sure, guys, you're hitting that bell icon for all your streamers who do lives throughout the month or throughout the week. That way you get the notification when they're going to go live or when they've posted that they are going to be going live that day. That way you don't miss a minute of the action, as they say.
That's fair.
And then, of course, Dave Co on Thursday. So it'll be the first Thursday out of 5 for the month of August. It's going to be a long month.
Well, Bacon this Thursday.
Bacon, yep. Bacon Dave.
Nice. Yeah, we're in August, eh? Wow.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Was 31 days in this month. I think there's 31 days.
Yeah, I
Right.
think Monday's the 31st. Then we're in August.
Jeez.
Time flies when you're having fun.
By summer.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to get out our rakes and do those leaves soon. Jeez. Okay. Well,
August is not the other stuff soon.
yeah. All right. Well, everyone, you have yourselves a great week. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks, Mike, for jumping on and joining me with the build.
Hey,
And
no worries. Thank you for having me.
anytime. We'll see you guys next week.
Keep it on the tracks.